Hi guys, today's video is very special. We have with us Akshays Saini, a YouTuber and a software developer just like me. But he has 40k subscribers on YouTube and around 2 lakh followers on LinkedIn. He is a pro at JavaScript and he is amazing at digital marketing. So without wasting any time, let's just meet him.
Thank you, Kirti, first of all, to invite me on your channel, and it's great to be here and connecting with your followers and subscribers on your channel. It would be a fun session, I think.
Thank you so much for joining us, Akshay. And we'll start with the most basic question. Why did you choose software development?
Since a kid, I was interested in computer science, right? I mean, that was kind of the thing which used to be very fascinating to me. And it was in 8th class when I got internet at my home and I started building websites. Okay, so that was the first encounter with computers and website and internet. Okay? So that was the thing. So I thought that, okay, this is what I want to do in life and I can do that. And the curiosity starts when I knew that, okay, people make money out of websites. So I did a lot of Googling about how to make money online, and I found a lot of links that, okay, you can build websites and earn money and all those stuff, right? So that was the kind of motivation that kicked me up. Then I built my websites and then kind of thought that, okay, why not pursue this as a career only, right? Then I started doing freelancing. I started getting paid for what I did, and so I thought, let's make this as a career, and that's how I got into software development.
So you have been into money since a very young age, I guess. So, but that wouldn't be the reason why you joined YouTube, right? So why did you choose YouTube then?
So when I was a kid, so everybody used to be fascinated with things, like you have to buy a lot of things and then parents won't let you buy things, right? So it was like, I'll earn myself and will buy things for myself. Okay, so something like that. And personally, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Okay, but kind of computer science interested me. Like I had a huge interest in computer science, and I thought that, okay, like internet was the thing which I got very early in life. Like, I mean, when I was in 8th, I was able to develop a website, right? So it was great for me. And then I used to host softwares there. I used to put ads there, and I used to make money out of that. Okay, so I thought that why not start a company and kind of and then I used to read a lot about Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and all those stuff, right? So I was very fascinated by them, and then thought that, okay, I'll be an entrepreneur once I go ahead. Then I realized that, okay, whatever you do, you always need a degree, right? In India, if you are there, you need a degree to like be eligible to do anything in your life. So it's kind of that way I started. And then I thought that, okay, let's then pursue engineering in computer science. Then I thought, after education, I'll start my own company, and that's how things will be. So that's what kind of was the motivation. And I was interested. That is why I chose computer science. Yeah.
Okay, so there is never a single plan. Things just pan out and you have to adjust accordingly, right?
Like, but yeah, I was very focused that I only have to do computer science. So there are a lot of kids, right? किसी ने बोल दिया, चाचा ने बोल दिया कि CS का बहुत स्कोप है तो उधर चले गए, या पेरेंट्स ने बोला CS ले लो. तो it was nothing like that for me.
That's really great. So now let's talk about the present scenario. So now how are you balancing your software developer life and YouTuber life? Because these are two completely different fields. It seems very same, but it is very different. I know for a fact. So how are you managing?
Yes. You know why I started YouTube? So I was in Bangalore, right? Before Uber, I was in Paytm Bangalore. Okay, so I had a lot of friends in Bangalore, but in Hyderabad, I didn't had any friends. Okay, it was like I came to Hyderabad for Uber, and like I was left lonely sort of, and I had very less friends over here. So weekends were boring. So I thought that. So I used to write a lot of articles. Okay, I was into blogging since back I was in 10th, 12th, right? In college, I used to do things. Okay, so I thought that instead of blogging, this time let me try making videos, right? I mean, it's a form of giving back to community, right? It can be writing blog articles, or it can be like making videos or something. So I started with YouTube. That's why, like, I had a lot of free time. So whenever I got free time, I used to do this YouTube thing. And then back in the days, like on weekdays, I generally like do my daily day-to-day job, and then whatever time I get, I do all this stuff. Yeah.
And us YouTubers usually talk about interview preparation and concepts, right? But when we actually get to work in a company, the software development is very different than the interview preparation that we do. Those concepts are used very less, and there's a lot more to software development. So, what do you think about that?
Yeah, so this kind of debate I've seen a lot of times, and I have been into those kind of conversations before also. So let me have my take on it. So what I think is, so your question basically comes down to why people are asking DS algo in interviews, right? And once, even when we are not using it.
That is for logical thinking and how you can think about
Yes,
it.
exactly. That's what I believe. See, there. What else to ask in interviews, right? I mean, when I ask myself a question, right? Okay, DS and algo. Maybe we are asking them graph algorithms, but we are not using graph algorithms in our day-to-day coding. But it's fine. I mean, see, there should be a same level where people are being judged, right? I mean, there should be a same level to compare. So that is what DS algo has said, right? What else to ask? So I remember the time, like around 8 or 10 years back. If you go to Google interviews or Microsoft interviews, they used to ask puzzle questions also. So that was very weird. I mean, those were like binary. If you have heard the puzzle before, you will be able to solve it. Otherwise, you are gone. So that was more bad. Then this interview process evolved, and now companies mostly focusing upon DS and algo problems. And generally, people have a wrong assumption that okay, DS and algo is like solving a problem, and if you are able to solve, then you are done, and else you are not. But there is a lot more which interviewers are looking for while you are solving that DS algo problem. How you approach the problem, how well you can think that okay, I have a better solution, should I try that? So that kind of maps to our software engineering skills, right? When we develop, so we should think about every possible code or every possible logical piece we are writing about.
I completely agree with you over there. Another thing I really wanted to ask you was, so you have so many fans, right? So you have around 40K subscribers now. There are so many people who really support you, especially with 2 lakh followers on LinkedIn. I'm sure there is just so much support. But you must have had with some nasty comments as well, right? So there must be some people who would have given some very negative feedback or any bad experiences you have had as a YouTuber till now.
Has happened a lot of times, actually. A lot of times I keep on getting negative feedback, so it's very common. Like I have kind of kept myself very much like separated from all this kind of stuff, seriously, because I have realized, and I didn't even realize when it grew so much, seriously. It was like I started writing posts on LinkedIn. Okay, I remember I had around I used to accept a lot of people connection requests. Okay, I used to write articles, they used to send me connection requests, and I used to accept. There was a time I suddenly saw, okay, now I can't accept any more requests. I like finished my quota of 30,000. So there is a quota of 30,000 there. Then I thought, okay, now it's like, it's very small, right? I mean, I thought that, okay, there should be more to it. So that's how, and I never realized, okay, then there is a follow button now there, and then now I kept on writing, I kept on doing the same thing. People used to like, and people used to like comment, and I thought that, okay, things are working out. So I used to try new stuff, and then I used to experiment a lot of digital marketing stuff also. Like I tried to narrate in a story kind of fashion. I introduced few characters in my posts also.
But I wanted to ask you, you put in a lot of effort into it, right? The Simran posts are not easy. I've seen you just talked about digital marketing and how much effort you put into each post. So, from where do you find the motivation to do it?
People these days are very much attention seekers, and if you tell them a story, if you write in a funny sort of way, or if you make it interesting, if you narrate a story, so then people can connect to it. They feel that, okay, we are Simran. If I write something, if somebody is reading, it should get stuck in their head. So sometimes there are a lot of people who come back and say that, okay, I can totally relate to it, and I was in that place myself when I was in interview, or maybe when I see YouTube, I commonly get lost into my feed and all those things. Like I write posts about that.
What about digital marketing? Like, did you take any course? You said you have done a lot of research into it. So, how did you grow so much?
It kind of started when I used to do a lot of blogging and make websites during my early college days. Okay, I used to do a lot of freelancing where I used to create blogs and I used to create websites for others and rank them on Google. So it needed a lot of knowledge of SEO, search engine optimization, and digital marketing, of course. So they needed their website to be ranked high on Google and creating online presence for a brand and all those things. That kind of got me interested into digital marketing. And then and there is a digital, and a part of digital marketing is social media marketing, like how you build your own brand. Okay, so I thought that why not try myself and try to do it for myself, right? Why not? I mean, that is why I created my YouTube channel also. I thought that, see, I am a very introvert and a shy kind of person, to be very honest. So I thought that, okay, let me start by making videos. It was very weird at the first time, you being a YouTuber might know that, okay, it's a struggle to kind of actually talk to a camera like insanely. It's weird, but I thought that, okay, let me take that path and try it out. So then I created YouTube videos. That's how I thought that, okay, then I started posting on LinkedIn, then I writing articles, and then I used to get connected with a lot of people on LinkedIn, help students. So that's how it.
Has it ever affected you mentally? Any hate comments as such because of which you couldn't sleep at night or anything like that?
I have intentionally written things which are like a little controversial, so just to check the reaction of public. Okay, and it has happened that a lot of people have gone against or have. It just gives me a good insight over what you should do and what you should not do while you are projecting yourself as a brand or in digital marketing, right? So it's kind of experiments. So I kind of knew that, okay, there will be a lot of people. Whatever you do, you can't make 100% people happy. And अरे इवन भगवान से 100% लोग हैप्पी नहीं है यार, मतलब भगवान को लोग गाली देते हैं. So I'm just a normal human, so it's nothing for me now. Okay, and what I believe is, if you have genuine interest, genuine intentions, not interest, genuine intention to help anybody, you just do it, right? You know that you are doing it right and you are doing it good way with good intention, and nothing else matters to me, seriously, to be honest. And I don't give my happess to anybody else's hands, right? I mean, it's in my hand. If I want to be happy, I'll be happy. If I don't want to be, it's fine. No, I don't get affected by all these things. Yeah.
Okay, now since we talked about controversies, I want to ask a very controversial question, and you can just tell your opinion about it, okay? Because I am so tired of seeing this tag. Since I have joined LinkedIn, I keep seeing this FANG company. Everybody wants to get into FANG, and I really did not know people are so mad about it before I became active on LinkedIn. So, what do you think about it?
Being a software engineer, what we see is like we want to work for things which we are personally connected with. Okay, so maybe Google we use every day, right? Facebook we use every day. We want to go into these companies, right? And that is why everybody is like behind these companies. They don't know much, but there are a lot of other companies who are doing really very good at tech. Okay, they are very much renowned. Even a lot of startups. So I am very much fascinated about startups. So I started my career with it, and I would wish to have my own startup also, like maybe going ahead in future, right? So I am very much interested in it, but people kind of want to go and get a very much secure job. Okay, and it has also happened because of a lot of branding done by these brands itself. Okay, if you go onto YouTube and see what is the coolest company to work for, there you will get all these answers, right? Google, Facebook, Microsoft, you will see cool offices, so that, and even the salaries. So it's kind of like it's very common that, okay, anybody will fall for it.
But we in general have been behind brands so much. It's really sad. We are behind IITs and ITs our entire life. After that, IIMs, and now this FANG. But we run so much behind brands, and it's so sad because some startups are really good. And it's very funny because I'm sure people ask you also how to get into FANG, and you are from Uber, which is not part of FANG. I'm from Intuit, which is not part of FANG, and right. And people keep asking how to get into FANG. I'm like, I am not part of FANG.
When I came into all this world, right? So I always wanted to work for startups, right? But then I thought that okay, let me go into these companies, like big companies, and see how things are working. Okay, that's how I came into Uber. That was the only motivation for me to come into Uber, right? I was doing good in Paytm. Then I thought that okay, let me go into a bigger company, like and see how things are working over there. See how projects are run in a big team in a big company. So that was kind of my motivation. So that is what I tell everybody, that okay, don't, it's fine to be fascinated about a company and aspire to go there, but keep in your mind that okay, what do you want to go and do there? Do you want to retire over there, or do you want to learn and come back and like plan your career? So that would be best.
And you are considered a JavaScript pro, right? Your channel is also a lot about it. But I don't think you were taught so much details in college. So I guess you have learned all of this yourself, right? So how did you work on your skills? How did you become expert in a particular field?
Whenever I had an idea, I used to build things on my own. So I didn't hire anyone, right? So most of the times, so I saw that okay, for building a good UI, you need JavaScript, and that's how I got introduced. And then by doing a lot of times, doing a lot of stuff here and there, I got into it. So that was kind of the way. And I don't even know. People ask me that where did you learn JavaScript from? Tell me the good resource, and I say that I don't have any, because I don't myself know that how I learned. So it was kind of a mix of a lot of resources around the web.
And the most important question of the day is, are you a competitive programmer also? And is it really important to get into software development to be a competitive programmer? So, as I understand from your journey, you have been into projects more than competitive programming, right? So, is it really important? Because I get this question a lot.
That's a very controversial question also. Like I have seen a lot of people debating about it, and but yeah. So what's my opinion on it? I'll tell you. When I was in college in second year, then my friends used to do a lot of competitive programming. I never knew. Okay, even when I was in college, I used to be building websites, doing freelancing. That was the only motivation I had. Okay, so I was like, क्या करते रहते हो दिन भर, and something like that. And then that's how I got introduced. I was never into it. Okay. And I never knew also. See, I was not from a very premier college where people used to do a lot, and it has now become a lot popular. But back then, when I was graduated, like nobody was talking much about it. Okay, very few people knew, and that's in second year. Okay. Now a lot of people know. I thought that okay, let me also give it a try, like competitive programming. So, and I was into like I started doing code share problems. So I was not able to do. Okay, and then this has always been inside me, right? If you challenge me for something, like I put my heart and soul into it, and like kaise nahi hoga, I am like had a never give up attitude kind of thing. So that's how so I was not able to do like after one question. Okay, so that's how I thought that why I can't do. Okay, right? So that's kind of like kicked me up, and I started doing that. But initially 3-4 questions were the only one which I was able to do. So something like that was the only thing. Like I did competitive programming, and then later on, like I did this a lot in second year along with my freelancing. After that, in third year, like I again got back into like building projects and working on my own startup. So then I kind of left competitive programming and all. But yeah, so that was kind of my experience. But now if you ask me that students should do or not, I would say that okay, see, it is good, right? I mean, when you do a lot of competitive programming, what is difference, right? Okay, so if you normally do a program or DS algo on lead code, it's a little different, right? It does not need a lot of research or something. These are like those are very generic questions, which common questions which need a specific type of skill set. But if you do competitive programming, if you really go onto the hard problems, you need to do a lot of research. Okay, and those problems you won't find with a easy Google search. So those are built like that. Okay, there are people who are investing a lot of time in like building those questions. So it's good to do. It gives you a lot of knowledge. You will be googling a lot of stuff. You will be like going deep inside math also. Sometimes those questions requires a good amount of math knowledge also. So it's good, I believe. But then yes, along with that, projects also matter a lot, right? I mean, you have to have a combo of both. So whenever if somebody suggests me that okay, when should I do, I say that okay, do it parallelly, and maybe if you are new, like if you are in second year, then focus more on it. And if you are in your later part of your graduation, like maybe in third year or close to fourth year, then maybe like focus more on projects. So that would help you, right?
You are not from IIT and IT. And what was the CGPA? And did your CGPA ever matter in your life? Does it matter for people?
I never wanted to have a good CGPA, to be very honest. I since school, I used to get 60, 70, and I was a very average student, and that was good for me. I never wished to be a topper, to be very honest. I was like, okay, it's fine. Like I want to do decent in my life, and it's fine. So CGPA did not matter, but kind of when I went into college, and I was never good at physics I was fine at physics, but I was very bad at chemistry. So I knew that okay, I won't be able to crack JEE. I won't get into IITs. I won't get so I never actually like put in a lot of efforts also, to be very honest. I knew that okay, I won't be getting IIT, so it didn't matter much to me. Coming on to college life, my CGPA in first year was very low. I don't remember the numbers, but my CGPA was very low in first year because like again I got into those integrations, differentiation, and this, that, chemistry and all. I used to hate those subjects very much. I knew that okay, see, I think from that perspective that I wanted to pursue my whole career in software development and like computer science, and then you are teaching me integration and all, and I was never fascinated about it. Then later on, as we moved deeper into the core computer science subjects, then I got a lot of interest. Okay, I knew that what things are there. Every semester I had 3 subjects which I really liked, and I put my heart and soul into studying them, and I attended those lectures very properly. I knew that these are the 3 subjects which I have to like focus on, and I was good at it. So I used to get a good marks in those subjects, and then there were subjects which I used to do like okayish. Like the overall CGPA landed to be like decent. It was like around 8.5 or something. I don't remember actually, but it was close to 8, 9, something like that. But I feel that it has never actually mattered in my life, and I don't even put it now in my resume.
I think one major takeaway from your story for people out there can be that just focus on things that matter to you. You don't have to be necessarily good at everything. You don't have to be a topper, or you don't have to be like good at all the subjects that people expect you to be, or be in that particular college or have that CGPA. You can still do well in life. So if people are not really very good in competitive programming, I think it is still okay. I think you just need to keep a balance, right?
Yes, definitely. I second you, Kirti. So these are the small things, and these things will because see, why this thing happens to a lot of students is they don't have a vision. Okay, they see their career, they think of very short term. Okay, they think very short term. I'll give you an example. So see, when I knew in my college that okay, I anyways have to go and do software development and all, and this CGPA will, and I wanted to be an entrepreneur, right? So I didn't wanted to get a job or something. So I knew that okay, CGPA won't matter. That is why I didn't put like efforts in like getting the best CGPA or hitting that 10 or something like that. Okay, so that was it. So because I knew that okay, 5 years down the line or 10 years down the line, I just wanted to be good at what I do, and not based on like getting the CGPA. It won't matter, right? So if you see school also, right? In school, there were like parents who used to bully a lot of their kids that okay, you didn't get 99%, Sharma ji ka beta got this percent, and all those things. So those were weird experiences, right? And then you might have seen that once you get into college, does your school marks matter? No, right? So that's how it is. Once you get experience of 1 or 2 years, nothing matters, to be very honest.
You talked about the dream of being an entrepreneur multiple times in our conversation. So what about it now? So where is that heading to?
I've like had that bug since I was in school, right? So I had that kind of bug, and I have been actually grown reading these stories of like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. So I mean, I admire these people a lot. So I always wish to be someone like that. But yeah, kind of then then I had my own startup when I was in third year of college. Okay, so I did that, and I did a lot of mistakes there. Okay, I realized what things I need to do and what things I need to learn. I was just a kid back then, right? I never knew a lot of things, right? I never knew how to form a team, how to lead people. So these things came up when I like later on moved in my career, and that is what I am still learning. Like I'm still learning. I'm still seeing that how these big companies are operating and how everything is going smoothly. Like company like Uber, who is operating like in the whole world, how they are managing their operations, how they are managing people inside them, how they are managing attrition, how they are going through worse times like COVID. So these things are good to watch, right, and learn from them. Talking about my plans, I don't have a specific plan, but I feel that I should be happy. So right now I am happy with what I am doing. Let me like see, and I don't feel that age is a barrier for anything. I may start my company like 10 years down the line, or maybe 15 years, or maybe 2 years, but it's fine. And even if I don't start, it's fine because I'm enjoying currently. But yes, that entrepreneur kind of feeling is there. So
So it's actually a never-ending journey. So for some people, it is like being where you are is the dream, and for you, something else is the dream. I think we can never have enough. We always have something to look forward. You actually did not get placed through college placements, right? So as you said, you started a company. Then what happened about it? How did you get to Uber finally?
I had my company in third year of my college, and I remember like yes. So in my last semester, I think January 2016. Yeah. So January 2016 was a point where like all of my friends were moving into their companies where they got placed. So they were going there, and I was left alone in my company. Okay, so those were the people whom I used to work with, right? So I was kind of left alone. So I had two choices, like whether to like continue with it and hire more people there, hire more students there, and continue with that journey, or like kind of drop it. So in the last semester, I kind of moved to Bangalore. So even before like college, right? So after my seventh semester, I kind of went to Bangalore, and then in Bangalore, there were I met four people who were starting a company. Okay, so I joined them, and then we built a startup there. So that's how it was. And that startup was known as Count Money, and that startup was actually later on acquired by Lending Cart, which was again a bigger firm. So that's how my career progressed through. So it was like having my own company, then working for building a startup, and then like getting acquired by a company, and then moving on to Paytm and then Uber. That's how the whole career was. Yeah.
Wow, like especially when you do something on your own, like the entire thing, you get to learn the most, right? So even when I worked on startup, like that is like the major learning point, I think.
It is like you learn 10x, not even 10x, I would say 100x there, because you are doing everything like front and back end, not just the development. I was even picking up calls. I used to be like, hello, I'm talking from Count Money, do you want a loan or something like that? Okay, I have done that kind of stuff also. I have like literally pulled up the shutters of my office also. So that's kind of like building your own company. That kind of feeling is there, right? So that kind of fascinates me still, and that was a great learning. That was like we were just five or how many? Like we were five of us in the core team, and then there were like 8 people maximum in that company, and then it got acquired. So something like that. So I have worked in like very small company also. Then I moved to Lending Cart, like 150 people around tech team. Then I moved to Paytm. Paytm was huge, and then I moved to Uber. Now it's like a worldwide company. So I have got an experience of like kind of all variety of companies in the industry, I guess.
Wow, that is really amazing.
Yeah.
Just if you don't mind, what was your startup about? Like, what was the app about? Count Money.
So Count Money. So one I had in college, and this was the Count Money. So Count Money was basically providing you loan. Okay, so Count Money used to connect to banks. So it was connecting users, the customers, to banks. Okay, so it was some banks as well as NBFCs. So it was kind of a marketplace for getting loans. So getting personal loans, business loans. So these kind of loans. So it was into fintech. Yes.
And what about your third year startup? What was that about?
That was yeah, that was known as boiling news. Okay, so it was a online news platform. It was kind of mix of in shorts. I actually was very good at SEO, okay, to rank things up. So I used to like write news articles and then rank them up on Google, and there were a lot of people who were visiting our websites and reading our news, and I used to place ads to get money out of it, and there was a lot of like other business plans as well. So that was the startup all about.
Okay. Any last thoughts, Akshay, that you would like to share with our viewers?
So last thought to viewers, like just keep on doing and like have a curiosity and like never give up sort of attitude. So I know that, okay, kind of having that never give up sort of mindset has helped me a lot of times in my career. Okay, so and one more thing, like you can achieve everything in your life, you just need that one burning desire, right? So you should have that burning desire to do something and you'll be able to achieve it. So that's what kind of has helped me, and it's my experience, like I'm talking from my experience. So that's what you can take ahead. And for you, Kirti, like keep on doing the good work you are doing. You should do it more and keep on doing what you are doing. You are doing really very good at your skills, and I really like the problems you pick up, right? So these are really good problems which people should focus on. Like I have been into interviews of like really good companies, and there are like almost every software engineer is dreaming to go into these companies. So these are the kind of problems they should actually prepare to crack those interviews. So it's fine, it's great that you are helping people to like get a job. So that's really what motivates, and I wish you a lot of more viewers and subscribers. Like there are a lot of people who don't know about this gold hidden here in YouTube, and whosoever is watching, please help Kirti reach out to more people, and obviously like and share her videos to all your friends who are in need, and obviously subscribe to her for awesome stuff. Yeah.
And it was amazing
Yes.
talking to you, Akshay. Thank you so much for joining us. I really had a nice talk with you.
Same here, Kirti. Like it was nice to talk to you. Yeah, bye bye.